Cause you know.
Okay. Sick. Stream up. Stream up. Twitch ping out. Okay. Let's get the matchup charts going. So, how many gamers do we have? Yeah, okay. Wait, that is not how we do this. I know how to format. Why didn't the stream title update? I clicked the button and now it's just stuck permanently updating. Thank you, Twitch. Love that. Am I just not allowed to change the stream title? There we go. Okay. Thank you, thank you. I did the thing, but didn't do my due diligence to make sure it actually changed. Riddle. Okie doke. Yeah. Where's the funny controller? Oh yeah, and I guess I could, yeah, I should do the thing JP did. It's kind of smart. Dove out HMAD. Okay. Hello, hello. I'll hop on QM for a little bit. Let's see if I can find a better connection. It's not Wi-Fi. Let's give it a shot. What do I feel like playing?
We're gonna get you. Counter down a fan.
It's a weird order for this team, but I'll do it like this. I just need to make sure I'm not oh god, ping has gone even higher. That's the one assist. Okay. Connection is definitely a little bit rough. Punk, punk, punk. Good defense. Bye. You don't know. Does this work? I wanted to see if I can whiff that to get the meter. Hello, everybody. Okay, looks like most of the gamers are here. Still haven't seen anything from HMAD or RetroDot. I never play teams long enough to remember which button combinations are assist 2 or assist 3. That whiffed. Boy. Mix. punk, punk, punk. I probably didn't need to spun there, actually. That's not at all what I wanted. Punk, punk, punk. Probably should have just done normal throw. Aye, that button doesn't go that far. Bonk. Right. And we're ready. Oh, we throw. I was so fishing for alpha counter. That doesn't work. They're already in the air, huh? I tapped? Huh. I guess I did. I did not mean to tap down. I'm getting cooked. I was expecting jump medium punch or kick. Oh, that's a hard knockdown. I was expecting soft knockdown for some reason. I need to go find a better connection. This is getting a bit rough. Rough. Oh yeah. Every Saturday. Okay, retro dot. So HMA's the only one to possibly be worried about. Am I getting stream sniped? Yes, I am. Yeah. Let's do this one. Shoes. That's crazy. I wanted. Punk. Ah, that's not a 2K horse. I wanted to tag the Beowulf. Washi dome. Good routing. I think they still die. Yeah, but I don't get Beowulf him. Oh, wow. little upset. Okay, I think that's everyone here. Don't validate my donuts, robot, introductions. Yep. Okay, everybody here. Sick. Okay, we go in. What do we do on hit? Unfortunate. Mashing, I don't know any safe jumps. I didn't attack. I'm mashing. That's not how you do this route. Bonk. Right. I need to work on the routing for this character. Spaghetti. I'm so sorry. Never mind. Actually, you should have still been dead. I could have gotten bikes again. That's crazy. That's actually... Uh-oh. Am I fine? I'm fine. Oh, I could have actually gotten a combo. Yeah, I need to just go in the lab and actually like grind out bail stuff. The lab's boring. Gotta remember to try and implement this stupid movement tech Komodo yelled at me to learn. Bursty? No bursty. I didn't get my dash. That's not what I wanted. That's not what you wanted either. This was not the desired result. I also can't get my taught inputs. No! I realized I was too close the second I did that. Okay. Right, I'm smart. I could have killed. I so should have killed. Oh yeah, if I go, that would be a free arm, wouldn't it? I think I got a combo off of this. No, I needed a snipe. I still have to spend bar. I should have done cots and the neck bit. I don't know what stage of combo I'm in there. I don't know if I do it like that, am I in stage 3 or if I'm stage 5? That's actually probably pretty important for me to learn. I want to say I'd have another string after that. Really? I cannot get these TK horses. Oh, that assist is not in the right spot. I did not pay attention that the order would be changed. That is so active. Oh, I don't want the hop dash anyway. What am I doing? Why am they could have been dead. Does this work? That was supposed to be a 360. I just had to prove to myself I could do the input at that point. I'm so bad at 360s. Level 1 DHC level 3 isn't universally better. It really depends on the supers, but more often than not it is. Oh, you were also fishing for 360, let's go! Both of us just kept getting super jump throw instead of 360. Oh, yeah. I need to do that. That's not quite what I wanted. But it works out. That's awkward. You've got to be kidding me. I really just dropped... Oh. Okay, Robo. Okay, we're just going for throw every time. What happens if I get out of there? Oh, I thought I could cheat it. I'm paying for my crimes. Whoopsies. That was supposed to be an Emmy grit. But the low profile made it look cooler. Nice. That sucks. Why? I think you're dead. Oh yeah, okay, good. I'm not crazy. That is the most unfortunate, like, margin of a couple of frames I have ever seen. I should have gotten scooped by that Excella. I honestly thought I was getting gripped too, shoes, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, okay, let's get into the event. It is 7. So, thing exists. It'll probably just be me, but just in case we have a spectator friend, I'll do that. Put the lobby link in here. Pinned a message. Get rid of the old one. We got a shoes in here. And hobby gamer. Okay, but yeah. Welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. I'm really bad at doing these intros. I always forget to do it. So, TLDR. We host some show matches, and whoever's running it and whoever's helping commentate will focus on giving both players advice. Today, we have 5 flat games. Regardless of record, you play all 5. And we'll try and give you some good advice, things to focus on, things to work on. So yeah, let's get great. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. EST. Let's get right into it. I don't think either of these gamers asked for any advice in particular, so I'll just give a general overview of what I see. Skullgirls so confusing. That is a fair... Jab the assist. Do we have these confirms? Hey yo, what's the mix? Getting caught off guard. Hit the assist, I agree. What a jab. Get in sweep range. Fortunate drop. One thing already, Shoes, is your sister getting kind of beat up. Figure out a way to protect them a little bit more. Push lock baited. Huh, okay, you go for that confirm. A little bit of spaghetti on the combos on both sides. That didn't catch her. I'm assuming that was supposed to be a mash. Oh, we don't want to be taken back into the corner. You had the screen to run away. We've got 5 bar. This should be a dead character. Oh, oh, battle butt ship kills here. Kill this character instead. Oh. Okay. So, one of the good things about grab bag is that it gives you meter. Doing it while at 5 meter means you're just getting a chunk of damage and nothing else. You can reflect cat heads, by the way. It's a projectile. Yeah. But that's a rough spot to be in this battle. Okay, so... Seeing a lot of scrambly stuff, seeing a lot of drops, seeing a lot of indecision, or at least lack of, I want to say confidence, because y'all are swinging. I need to keep seeing more. I want to try and figure out more what y'all's game plans are. Because, Dennis, you are definitely pressing a lot of buttons and calling your assist behind it. Good, confirm. Okay, yeah, understood it was going to be weird. Went for mix immediately after. Orange out. Bonk. Good awareness of Undizzy. Oh, we run. We run overhead assist. The bigs. Okay. Yep. Diamond Drop is usually almost always going to be better in that situation than MGR. And overall, like, they have Clyde, so it's scary. But still, one of the best ways to deal with Skeleton, until you really know their habits, is to just block. And if you ever see them call Clyde, that's where you neutral jump or up forward so you don't get put into pre-block. And then you don't ever have to deal with the high-low, because you're in the air already. But for the most part, Shoes, it feels like you're not quite sure where you're supposed to be pressing things to slow people down, so Dennis is just straight up running at you. So that is a lot of just getting familiar with which of your buttons work at different ranges, as well as paying attention to your opponent's habits and putting them out preemptively where you know that player is going to be. But they're almost universally running at you and pressing a button, so if you can catch them on their approach by just sticking out like a 2LK, I think you'll be getting a lot more counter hits. Yeah, that confirmed. It's hard. PBGC get hit. Overhead. Should be a dead character. Unfortunate. Grip. Sad. Okay, we're running mix. Bad. It sucks. Beam like that should be a punish. So be very careful about the habit shoes. I know you don't have much to bail Robo out of that situation, but being point blank, I'm pretty sure it's punishable minus. Right. Good block on the cross. Oh no! We've got 5 bar. We don't have OTG. Use sliding knockdown. Keeping track of that's important. That's a good MGR. Do you get the assist? Not quite. We've spent this whole game with 5 bar though. Again, my comment about grab bag still applies. Huh. Oh? That did not look right. Yeah, that only hits some of the girls. Honestly, if you're gonna do that, I think I'd rather you just snap them. Because snap them gets rid of them entirely as well. But you do have the life lead, and you're paying attention to it. Dennis, I think you might have taken a little too long to watch the clock. Bop, 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 bop. It's a good PBGC. I did kind of want to start suggesting you do that a little bit more, alongside just checking people's approaches. Because again, Dennis, you are being incredibly aggressive with how and when you are pressing your buttons. And it's partially with reckless abandon for your point character's health. So it's something to keep in mind. It's been working, so you haven't had a reason to change it yet. But I want there to be the thought there of, it's a conscious choice to be this aggressive. Oh no! Yeah, we can't use jump heavy kick that close. So what Dennis just did to you right there, Shoes, is what I'm suggesting you start doing to Dennis. They saw you just dashing up. They felt like you were going to go for an aggressive option, so they preemptively put out the crouch leg kick. That wasn't real because you don't have a teleport on the other side, so they only needed to block one side. Dash up overhead, keep track of your bullets. Yeah, gotta respect the barrel. Think you could have magneted there. Pretty sure magnet beats that skeleton. Uh-oh. Controller? Okay. Back in it. Okay, that throw. Just barely not in time. How greedy are you? Very. Pop, 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 pop. Bait out the reversal. Heavy counter hit. Monster? Ooh. Okay. So last game, I'm gonna try and focus on Dennis a little bit more, because I've been putting a lot of focus on Shoes. With the air throw, you are getting caught a lot in the exact same place by ground throw. Mechanics into that with beam on the way. How do you deal with this? Oh, you tried to go in on the ground and they mixed it up. EKG. Gonna need to spend magnet as well. Don't spend it. Give them a chance to tag. Great choice. Bonk, bonk. You don't have OTG. Okay. What are we doing in Skeleton? You're calling that Clyde when it's not actually your turn. So if they jab it, it's not coming out. And it looks like you can get thrown for doing that a lot. You down back and call it and kind of like only go when they're about to block it. It works if people respect you. The second people stop respecting you, it becomes a problem. Oop. Excella. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the wiki right now because I swear that's punishably minus. What in the... Oh no! We're getting caught by throws after these air multi-hits. Chipped out. You've got 5 bar. Just start doing robo things. Hey, don't... No, do mine there. Do mine or head drone. While you have heads especially, just go for that. Yes, that is punishable, but people need to be much more aware. If they're not aware, it's your turn afterwards. Dash up, throw. Also, you could have just unleashed the gates, I think. I think that tags all of them. But yeah, not able to force the issue enough for time. Game's over. Okay. First things first, going to Robo, special page. Yeah, it is minus 11 on hit. So, for Dennis, overall, liked a lot of what I was seeing, and I just want to preface it with that is probably a decent layer 1. I just want you to be aware. If it's an active choice, thumbs up. If it's your default and you're not really thinking about it, keep in mind a lot of your approaches aren't super solid and can get checked and will likely lead to happy birthday situations. So, just keep that in mind. You're being really aggressive without taking some of the steps to guarantee your safety. Beyond that, I think my biggest point for you, Dennis, is just think about your buttons' ranges a little bit more. So, there were a couple times you overshot normals or undershot normals. Like, the Eliza wasn't quite hitting people with something that if you would, say, press jump medium kick, it would have. The Dahlia was doing point blank jump heavy kick when they're already in the dead zone, and that's something for jump light punch or jump heavy punch. Double wasn't really using stand heavy punch. It's a good neutral tool. It wasn't as big of an issue for double. But just overall, I think your biggest thought process should be going to staying in range of your buttons and understanding which buttons cut off which space. And I think that will really help clean up your neutral a little bit more and help you convert a lot more scrambly situations as well. Yeah, I could say more about you might go into segment a little bit too much for my taste, but some top level players do it around as much as you do, and again, that's just leaning more into you're playing very aggressive with a bit more recklessness. So not inherently a bad thing, just something you need to be aware of. And I feel like that's most of what I want to say specifically to Dennis. To shoes, it's a bit of the same thing, but understanding where you do and don't have to be afraid of threats. You were kind of just sitting there and letting them press what they wanted without contesting anything. Including when they're running at you from half screen. You're like, okay, they're running at me. They're being aggressive. It's not my turn. You're still a neutral. You can stick something out to check their approach, and it probably would have worked a lot. So yeah, figure out which buttons you like to use to contest space. Valentine obviously has jump heavy kick. That's like the really obvious one. But her 2 light kick is not bad. Her 2 medium kick is not bad. Her stand heavy punch is underrated, in all honesty. It's a really big, like, semi anti-air. It catches people doing up forward, as well as she just goes forward and punches you. Her heavy punch is a pretty good button on the ground to do that. Most of her air buttons have some use in some way, shape, or form. Jump medium punch, jump medium kick, jump light punch. Like, jump light kick is the only one that doesn't see use in neutral for the most part. So it's like you have all those options to you. And that's just thinking about the Valentine specifically. Beyond that, mostly more for shoes, but both of y'all can afford to spend a meter more. Kill characters earlier. Yeah, kill characters earlier, spend more bar. Oftentimes y'all are ending up at some point in time with 5 meter, which meant you weren't getting anything more. So that does apply to both of you. Again, a little bit more to shoes. And then there was one more point I had for both of you. Oh yeah, small thing. Cleaning up the routing a bit more. Drops happen. And so it's kind of just a small thing. We all know how to fix it. Practice a little bit longer. And both of y'all... I don't know how to quite say I didn't like what you were doing with your resets. It was... I don't know. It felt a little bit more haphazard, like I'm not going to kill, I'm going to reset here. Which is a good way to start, but I think y'all are at the point where you can start implementing more resets and being a bit more intentional with it. Start having a bit of a stronger game plan. Keep in mind how much Indizzy you have left, how much Indizzy you want to kill. Again, going back into meter spending and actually focusing on killing people. But yeah, I think that's most of that for the both of y'all's. Dennis, honestly, we highly recommend you don't have the stream on when playing. For connection issues, it makes a marginal difference, but it can help. As well as sometimes just having a voice in your head, especially because it's delayed advice from a stream, can really mess with you. So you might not understand what exactly we're talking about. So we honestly much prefer you have stream off. The VOD is available instantly if you just go to the Twitch channel and go to videos. You can watch it there. But yeah. If y'all have any other questions right now, please shoot them in chat. If anything comes up later down the line, ask in the server, later when the stream's off, ask in the server and I'll reiterate any point I had or explain something I may have missed. So yeah, y'all two are good to go. HMAD and Novad. What to look for when trying to stuff approach? It's just what button covers that space. So Parasol has a really easy answer, her jab and her 2 medium punch. I listed off some of the options for Valentine for you. But it's overall just what covers the space they're running into. Because you're trying to catch them before options even come out. You invuln through it. I thought it was your turn. What did you press after your DP? Oh, that whiffed. That was weird. What a jump medium kick. Ooh, unfortunate. Snap. Gotta be careful about this assist call with Stovod, especially in the corner. Alright, they're out. Oh, you did a good job stealing the corner back from them. Didn't believe you were breaking the armor. Row. I think... Can you not do George here and guarantee the kill on both, though, Vod? Or at the very least... Or not George, Lenny. Pretty sure you could have ended the game there. Yeah, it's hard at that point, HMUD. That's unfortunate. Shoes, that kind of just comes with time. It's the... Even if you're unsure, Shoes, honestly, either do it in match and just be willing to understand I'm taking a risk and might suffer the consequences, or you can go into the replay takeover right now and just like take over right before they run at you and figure out what different button presses cover what space. Calling brass in the corner. Tech forward. Yes. HMAD. Oh no. A little bit too much respect. I think you could have done up forward air throw. Get out. Honestly, instead of throwing that chair, I kind of wanted you to just tag in Annie. Save the Beowulf. Although you play chair off, so you like having the 2 HP assist. Rip. Nice. Gotta be careful about how you're calling A-Train, because it is just a free brass counter call every time. Got checked. Door stuck. Yeah. If you want to get through that, you got to start doing parries. I think usually what you're looking for is up forward and to parry the airshow George or the item trot, or both. It gives you a little bit of forward momentum. You keep going. You avoid getting stuck parrying stuff on the ground, but that matchup is... Eesh, that matchup. Again, HMAD talking about this matchup a little bit more. We're very jump happy. And I think it's causing a bit of struggles. You're jumping before they force you to leave the ground. I like that pressure. Punish! Nice. Yeah, you did... Oh, that's right idea, misexecution. I'm not gonna lie, I think I would have liked you just to do alpha counter burst and get the Annie in. Or burst alpha counter. and get the onion. Maybe the band? But probably the Annie. Oh, jump heavy punch there. Oh, yeah. The danger... Your assist should have been dead there. Be very careful about where you're calling a train. Yeah, called assist, got counter called Brast. But yeah, okay. So big thing for you, HMAT, is I think you can afford to dash on the ground a bit more. And you don't have to super jump every time. Again, this matchup is tedious, and I struggle with it. But especially because your super jump doesn't go over Airshow George, sticking on the ground, like doing a short hop over, not dash hop, but just like a normal jump over any of the grounded stuff and staying on the ground to constantly keep dashing, I think helps a lot. It enables you to be much more flexible in your movement for a long period of time. Bonk. 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 Mash on. Oh, we gotta punish that Tobod. It's hard, I mess up that punish too, but at the same time, it's something you gotta punish. I think you were in range to arm there. I kind of would have been looking for that, personally. But that is the more aggressive option. Nice. Oh, these drops. Back to the corner, I agree. So... Gotta tech or mash there, Dovad. They should just be. You have these, right, HMAD? Oh, yep. Mistimed it slightly. But you were going for the TOD, you know. Good defense. Okay. That game. I'm trying to figure out how you let Beowulf get in. You got tagged by a jump heavy punch, then hit by a hop dash. Then stuff happens. You got a punch move and you teleported out, and I don't remember how you got hit again. Oh, I think you get a confirm there. Hop dash air throw. Yeah, you gotta be really careful what you're committing to, Dovad, versus Beowulf specifically. Arm is the ultimate, like, I will punish you for doing something silly. And we're just getting caught by these, hop dashes. I can't remember if I've yelled at you for up forwarding too much, but now, Dovad, I think you really, like, this pressure loses a lot because it's not meaty to just up forward and block. They can start calling you out for it, but that is not what's going on so far. Oh, did you go for brass? You had the right idea to mash, you just chose the wrong option. That's kind of crazy that they lost a wolf shoot. H-Man? That sucks. Oh, be patient. You're fine holding all this. Yeah, okay. I would have been looking to just get in, Huh? That was 3 games. I'm not crazy, right? Was that 5 games? Okay. Oh, yeah. No, not brain. I thought that was 4 for a second. I kept on saying 3, but I meant 4. Okay, so. For you, Dovod, you're giving your opponent too many opportunities. Like, too much respect, not necessarily from a mashing perspective, but from a, okay, I need to sit here and hold this perspective. Up backing and up forwarding are really strong in this game because if they don't time things right, specifically for up forwarding more so than up backing, if they don't time things right, you don't have to hold any nonsense mix on the ground. So I bring that up mostly to say, I think when Beowulf is like walking into hop dash range, you can be up forwarding so much more than you are. You're sitting there and going, crap, it's not my turn. I need to block this high-low, which is hard. Sometimes you do have to do that, especially if they start calling you out for up forwarding. Like everything, all options need to be used in moderation, preferably in adaptation to what your opponent is doing. But you were sitting there going, okay, I'm going to hold this. And it just started falling apart. You could push block him away and then up forward and kind of not have to deal with that. I understand A-Train makes it harder, but you can react to the A-Train coming on screen, which again is hard. Sometimes you will just like Goofy jumping into it. That happens. Happens to all of us. But not necessarily mashing options, but just movement options to prevent yourself from holding certain things. That also includes backdash. If you're, it depends on your character's backdashes as well. So it's like Parasol for me has a really good backdash that kind of helps you readjust spacing and firmly reset neutral. But for like Annie, it's not going to be as good, but her backdash is still decent. Wait, no, you're not H-Med, you're Dofod. Yeah, so it's using movement to make yourself hold less. I think will help you a lot more on defense. Because I think you're at a fine, like a happy medium for mashing. We've talked about your pressing habits a decent amount, and so I know you're thinking about that. And I felt like that was fine. I think you can be dishonest in other ways and move to prevent pressure. So I think that's the... Yeah, you could have afforded to mash a little bit more. But that's a touch and go thing, and I'm not going to be like super pressed about that this set. Again, I think overall your defensive tendencies for like choosing to hold something versus pressing were in a reasonable spot. But yeah, think about movement a little bit more. For HMAD. For HMAD, I think you need to stay on the ground more. I talked about this specifically for Beowulf, but this is true for everyone-ish. Band is a little bit of a different story because he's just massive, but when dealing with Peacock, staying on the ground as long as possible, I think, is the best option. And so you were jumping or super jumping so much more than when Dovad was forcing you into the air with something on the ground. And then all of a sudden you were stuck there, already going into the path of the H item, or not H item, but of the H George, because you're Beowulf and you're thick, and you can't avoid that dang air show for the life of you. But again, if you just do like normal hop over the stand heavy punch, dash under the air show, and then use that dash to then get yourself a dash jump for like that specific zoning pattern, that gets you through so much easier, especially if you only jump and that's only possible if you only jump when you absolutely needed to. This applies to the other characters. Again, I talked a little bit more about what I think I see bands try and do, which is up forward, parry the item, parry the air show, use the air parry momentum to take them forward a little bit more and get to mid-screen where they can then threaten brass. But by the time your band was in versus P-beam, it's P-beam versus band. So it's a rough spot to be in. I think you could have looked to be in range to arm or stinger a little bit more, but those were more situation-specific things and more like game feel moments I was looking at, so I don't know how accurate those would be, and I need to go into like replay takeover to see if my instincts are right or not. Was there anything else major? I think you can afford to tag in Annie a little bit more when Beowulf isn't getting the job done versus zoners. Because unless they have something already set up, you're not getting comboed for tagging in Annie. Yeah, you definitely tried towards the end. So that was coming in. Yeah, I think you can pull that trigger a little bit earlier. Is there anything else for Dovad? I feel like I had something else I wanted to say for Dovad. Oh! Yeah, and I mean, sometimes that happens, Dovad. But that being said, very much keep in mind, especially round start versus Beowulf, if you're doing anything reactable. And that depends on which Beowulfs you're playing, but Jump Heavy Punch is a very slow option that can get armed like that. Again, it really depends on what your options are, but Ruby got to the point where versus me, I would do a backdash round start and he would react and arm me, and I would lose my character off of that. So, arm is a really strong reactive tool. So committing to very easily reactable options within arm range where you can't do anything about it can result in some serious pain. This is not predictive round start arm. This is, oh, you did something stupid, I'm gonna kill you. So always keep that in mind versus Beowulf. True for any characters with supers like that, but Beowulf is the I need one opening and I'm gonna kill you. So they're looking for that stuff, especially round start where it's reproducible, very reproducible. It's reactable. It's hard, but Beowulf is looking for any margin they can, so they're gonna do it. Beowulf wants that hit so badly, they're gonna do some really crazy things to get it. The character. HMAD, I said it a little bit. I think you can use alpha counter more. Especially when your burst hits the opponent. I think it's a safe way to just bail Beowulf out of bad situations. Honestly, same thing could be said for you, Dovad. Granted, you didn't get the chance to block much when they were pressuring you. You kind of just guessed wrong, and that happens. But you have banned, so Alpha Counter into E-Break to cheat your turn, or Alpha Counter and just full send with SSJ is always going to be silly. Especially because you have 2 safe DHCs. If you have 3 bar, it's going... Oh, tag in banned. Tuba! Tag out banned. And then just play the zoning game again, like... You have that option. You can be a little bit more ignorant. SSJ and Delaney should be safe. I'm pretty sure that's still safe. It might depend on distance. But, you know, they definitely made it slower, but I'm pretty sure SSJ Lenny is one of the ones that's still intact. But yeah, do y'all have any other questions? Because I think I said most of the things I wanted to say. Alright, if that's the case... And both of y'all know the drill. Any other thoughts come up, just ping me. I'll gladly get you later. You know the spiel. This is to help y'all learn. If y'all ain't learning, I'm wasting both of our times. All our times, so... I like this to be productive. Okay, so Retrodot said I think they were playing on a new keyboard. So focus more on neutral and decision making. That is crazy that didn't hit. Focus more on just decision making rather than drops and other flubs. Good, confirm. Don't have quite the space for that. I honestly think I would have preferred you starting to super jump, like jump heavy kick there anyway. Because you were getting dangerously close to the corner. Why hiccups now, of all times? Ooh, yep. If you react to them holding armor, jump heavy kick there is really good. That looks so wrong! I would like to see you do a DHC route and the monster. Yes, sir! I agree. Air throw? Should be a dead character. Why are we doing this? We should have had IPS and damage with the bar. You gave the pinwheel a chance. I see. You're getting caught trying to go for these jump medium punches a little bit too much right now, Retro. This is a... No! You had the right idea, Retro. That sucks. And Suki, you literally almost just threw this game completely with that decision. You gotta keep it a little bit more clean than that. Round start sweet. Choosing violence. Mix. Reset her before she's able to touch the ground, I agree. I feel like I'm seeing a lack of beams overall. H-beam is never really something you want to be using in a neutral versus most characters. Tsuki, that's a ground throw if not diamond drop. On reaction. It's not a true block string. Ooh. I didn't keep track of IPS. Thing to note, Tsuki, this pain wheel is holding a lot of armor. Keep that in mind. Your double's already defaulting to pressing jump medium punch, which is a good adaptation. I want to see what the rest of your decision making looks like. So right now you are just getting cooked. First, I kind of want to say I want to see you burst, alpha counter, sniper, go back to monster, and get the combo as double. You need control of this game. It'd suck to lose that red health, so you might just do the alpha counter sniper and nothing more. Or not, maybe not even alpha counter sniper, but just alpha counter. But it might be worth it to full spend all of it, get rid of that red health, and just say I have control of this game. What an air throw. Woo! Oh, that parasol. Snipe. You didn't have light kick anyway, I don't think. Oh, that's a dead sniper. They're dead. I might not actually kill in this ratio. What side was that? Oh, mistimed it. What offense do we run? Yeah, any character with a double jump? Oh, whew, okay. Any character with a double jump, try and do meaty options. So, jab for mix, air throw, good routing. Any of those options. I really like the double jump out of that intro. You're aware. That is exactly what you do there. But how did we get constantly caught? I feel like we're missing a part of the Robo game plan. We're not putting ourselves in the L-beam space all that much. We're not doing like super jump either forward or neutral, like just straight up with a jump heavy kick, and then sitting pretty in that L-beam spot when they're like full screen to 2/3 screen. We're kind of just doing up back jump heavy punch a lot. Okay, here's a lot more beams. I don't like how much you're using H-beam. That I will say outright. It doesn't have its place in most zoning matchups. Or, not most zoning matchups, but like, just most matchups in general. It's useful versus characters you want to break armor. So it's like useful versus Sarabella, if you see them using Tumble Run a lot, and it's useful versus Band if you're trying to catch out E-break. Or like, armor advancing stuff. More often than not, you just want to be using the other beams. The risk-reward for it is just not great. Ooh, no, that sucks. Yeah, tag out, I agree. You're just getting caught by these run-up buttons. That reset. What were you holding, Suki? Hit the assist. Well, I'd like to just jab that assist. Oh, we got a fast fall there. Do it a little bit better. Scaled. Reset quickly. Trying to bait out something. Be very careful about calling your Excella, by the way. Oh, yeah. Or a copter. Yeah, Retro, you're not doing anything that can ever take space. You're almost always retreating and doing an option, which is a decent default, but Robo can zone a bit more aggressively. Threaten to land on people with jump medium punch afterwards, and like that sort of stuff. You're conceding a lot of space and not putting yourself in like some of the most annoying positions to hit. Up back jump heavy punch is good. Again, do not get me wrong. But other things gotta get mixed in there. Most of the jump heavy kick movement, I think, is what's missing. Squeak. Whoop! Oh, yeah. I usually jab after that. Converting off of Copter is weird, so I just try and have the least weird stuff possible. These raw jump heavy punches are good for frame advantage only if they respect you. I think you can bike guy there and get a confirm. Go for burst bait. Okay, after that push block... Yeah, I'm usually pressing another air button other than stomp. I know you probably just weren't expecting to get push blocked, but it's usually a safe bet you're getting push blocked there. Caught low. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Could have been diamond drop. I don't know if I like this though. You just don't get a confirm. You don't have the corner. It's rough. It's the pain of being in the corner as a Cerebello. You can't really use that. Oh, 360. They were in the air. Whoop. We're getting caught low so much. Suki, we've got a little bit of an up back habit. Beam! No beam. Yep, you're cooked. Yeah, no, these matchups are rough, Suki. Mostly the Robo one, the Painwheel one's just tedious. But things to learn, things to work on. Gonna focus a little bit more on Retro Dot for this final game because I feel like most of my advice so far has been towards Suki. But we'll see. Mainly the Retro Dot Painwheel. I haven't been giving it too much anything. Mostly focused on the Robo, which, well, they asked for. We'll see. We'll see what comes up. We're just swapping to Eleno. Okay. Oh, dash up! Happy birthday. Game right there. Gotta recognize those hit confirms. If we're using Jump Heavy Punch... That was supposed to reset, wasn't it? If we're using Jump Heavy Punch, you've gotta get those reactions unlocked. Oh, double is still on screen. So, you can use toss a bit more in this matchup, especially when you know they're at an angle they can't hit you. So like when they're in the air, L beam won't catch you and M beam won't catch you. You can get away with toss, or also if you're behind enemy grip. And toss kind of forces them to respect you and doesn't give them the option to avoid a shot getting placed on them. Well, we don't get to see the pinwheel play all that much this game, do we? Okay. Okay. So I'm honestly going to go into training mode for both of y'all's advice. Because there are certain things I kind of just want to talk about for different reasons. If my controller would register. There we go. So I want to talk. I'm going to talk mostly about Parasol for you, Tsuki. But this is like the stuff I will talk about for Parasol will be universal because I think you were struggling a decent bit for you jailing people in the corner. And then this doesn't matter. But I'll start off with Retro talking about robo-zoning. So you, by a large margin, liked doing this as your zoning. A very strong option. Not a bad option. Cuts down a lot of space. It's pretty hard to check. And then it gets you into your... I'm so bad at TKs in this game. So, like, you can get into all of that sort of stuff. Do not eliminate this from your game whatsoever. Keep doing this, it's good. Add more on top of it. So, the thing I'm talking about that I feel like I don't see you very often is you're in this range. I'm getting into this space. And then you can add Jump Heavy Punch to check them catching you down, and add a beam as you're falling. You can do stuff like that. You have a lot more options from this. You can go forward, cheat out of the corner. By only doing like this as a retreating option, you were very often kind of running yourself to the corner. Figuring out how and where you like moving with this. Is very important. So getting used to moving, positioning with heavy kick, jump heavy kick, I think will help diversify your robot a lot. And this also involves, again, when I was talking about like aggressively zoning and controlling space. So you have stuff like this, where you can threaten to land on people and use your double jump to go forward. Oh, yeah, not with the super jump, but like you can stray forward, land on people, and that helps you cheat space alongside doing what you're doing and like, oh, they're being aggressive. I'm a check space that way. It gives you another option to also move forward. So I think that is my biggest point for you, Retro. Beyond that, you were a bit aggressive with where you chose to hold armor, both for Robo, but mostly Painwheel. Want that to be an active choice. It was working out well for you for the most part, so you weren't being forced to change it. But something to comment on. I feel like that was mostly it for you, Retro. For you as... Yep, okay. So, Tsuki. You were doing it very well, Retro. It was more so just you were doing it a lot, and I want you to be aware of you were using it a lot, and it could start to get exploited. But again, you weren't being forced to change it, so bringing it up as this is an active thought process rather than a default mode. Yeah, so for you, you were struggling to jail, and I think it was the options you were choosing. So we saw them get out of the corner after push block because you chose to do this plus assist. We saw them up forward out when you dashed up low. So unironically, go watch my set versus Koala as well if you want more of like to see a lot of the options I choose off of this. But so I'm doing stuff like this, doing stuff like that. It's not working really well if they aren't jumping into it. But so like those are my jump options. I very much like doing this one. This, it's like weird and sometimes doesn't give you combos, but it gives you options to pressure, it breaks armor. You get various different options off of it. And it usually catches people up forwarding. If you're like really certain they're gonna, if you're really certain they're going to be jumping, again, that's where I'm like doing this. I'm usually pressing jump medium kick after instead of jump heavy punch, because if I have this on them, that pops. It pops it, gives you extra pressure. As well as just like, again, doing light into heavy is liable to get land canceled. Doing this, you can like cancel back into a kick like that, and it's just safer. But so like if I really expect them to be jumping, I'm doing stuff like that. If I'm being a little bit more patient, I can just dash in and do nothing, react to what they do. Something I do a lot, which I'm not entirely sure how strong it is, it's just a habit and I need to evaluate, but I very often do something like this. I dash in and up back. Like try and catch a mash, just be really patient, react to what they're doing. If they try and dash out from under me, I'm pressing jump medium kick. If they try and up forward out, making a wall, or air throw, or that, or that. Again, I'm not entirely sure how strong of an option that is. That is me being a very patient and reactive player, more so than anything else. You can do the same thing at this range. If you're not entirely sure what they're going to do, what buttons do we have here? This actually covers a lot of space. It's silly. That's also not a bad option. You always have the classics to just check them at this range. And so it's just reacting to how your opponent's getting out of the corner is a very big part of offense in this game, especially for a character like Parasol, because she's very susceptible to being push blocked and to struggling to deal with push blocks. So having game plans to deal with it will help a lot. So I did this mostly Parasol focused because this is the character I'm very familiar with. Apply this to your other characters. Double is a little bit more similar to Parasol. She doesn't struggle to deal with push block as much, but it's kind of the same. Bella is really good at being a lot more patient. She's just like, oh, I'm getting push blocked out. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to press all the big wall buttons. I'm going to force you to respect me, and the second you do, I'm dashing up and doing MGR. Like, just think about the options and the layers you have. And so if they're really aggressively trying to get out of the corner, don't commit to the mix options, just commit to walling them in, dragging them back to the ground, and then resetting them from there. Or like trying to open them up from there. Because I feel like that was where you were struggling in the corner. Other than that, I talked about some minor things. I don't think they're as important as just like when I was mentioning them in the moment. This was the main thing I wanted to talk about for you. That and throw more. You were getting sawed, you were getting pinwheel armored. They buffed it to make it match the animation a little bit more, which is nice. Like, you have a dumb dash. Parasol's dash is silly. Hello, jump scare. My corner. Parasol You're not dealing damage with this character anyway. Getting the hit's important. So I kind of just leave it at that. You can also do stuff like that. But I usually just default to shot. I don't know why I'd use tosses more than a shot, but there are options. Many layers. Yeah. Do either of y'all have any more questions? Because that's the last matchup for the night, so if not, might be wrapping up and figuring out where to send y'all. Munoz might be doing exhibitions. Yes, he is still. Sick. Okay. I'll probably be sending y'all over there. Oh, whoops. Not seeing anything else, so I'm gonna take that as we're good for now. Again, y'all know the deal. Any further questions about anything I've said, just give me a yell. On top of anything I may have missed and you had questions about, yeah, just shoot me a ping. Y'all know the deal. Yeah, we'll be wrapping up here. It's been a lovely Saturday evening. Appreciate y'all for showing up and playing, being on time. Have a good night, everybody, and enjoy the fight back.
And my spectator.
That's okay.
Oh, nice! Ooh!
Oh, we avoided
Let's go.
it. Nice.
Oh, let me see it.
Hey,
Where's the combo?
you finished this, they died.
That's somewhat of a combo,
Nice.
yeah.
Hey, there it is.
We're missing a few more parts to it, but hey,
Yeah.
We got combination.
It's like we have some bombos, but like our knowledge of the mechanics of the game are not exactly there just yet.